Hello and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
We nearly forgot we had a show. We didn't start right at the stroke of 7 p.m. Got distracted in conversation, but we got in. I think that counts as a on-time start. It's close enough, right?
Still 7. It just turned 7:01. So
Okay. All right. Good. I'll mark it down.
Yeah.
I'll mark it down. All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
I see the power CD on the desk behind you. It's powered and ready to talk about in our main segment.
Right.
So I got that coming up, but let's kick off. Retro Techie says it's late. Okay, I'll adjust the numbers, and we have one late. Okay, fixed it. Can't hear John.
Uh-oh.
Well, I can hear John, but why can't?
Okay.
Can John hear John?
I can.
We need to fix that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're coming through to me, you should be coming through to them.
Yeah, because it's all that's all on your end. Let me. I don't know.
Anybody else having problems with?
Do I need to speak up? Is it mic level?
Mic level, maybe.
Well, if you can hear me fine.
I know we're. It says it's quiet, so see if you check your levels.
Yeah. Let me see here.
You adjusting your levels?
I'm working on it. Output volume. Input. There we go. All right. I'm bumping that puppy way up.
That's much better.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't.
Oh, stop screaming. Don't yell at me.
Listen, mister. I'm going to raise my voice. You're going to know it.
All right. There we go. Okay, here we go. All right.
That's better.
That's good. The crew says it's good. Okay, let's let me adjust my notes here before we figure out what date it is. Is it really the 13th? Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 733 for April 13th, 2026. Good evening, John.
Good evening, James.
Today we're finally going to talk about Power CD. John's got it set up on his desk. I have one too. I didn't.
I think I got mine from you as well.
Is that
I'm
right?
pretty sure. Yeah.
I must have given you the one with all the parts because I don't have all the parts.
All I had was the base on the back and the front. I didn't have any. I had to scrounge up a power supply and everything. So
okay. Well, I'm
a cable for.
Yeah. I mean, I could put batteries in it if I needed to go that route. But anyway,
we'll talk a little bit about what I ended up using.
We've got that. We've got eBay finds, new stuff, typical things you're used to. So, anything else we need to talk about here at the top of the hour?
No.
He says no. Okay, I'll take you for your word.
Very confidently, yes.
We'll be right back with eBay finds. Okay.
How dare you, Retro Techie? Am I using a Windows PC or something? How dare you?
Shame. Shame. Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1. It is time for the eBay finds of the week. Last week we had the cloth banner. It says new fall lineup, and it has 5 different colored iMacs. They wanted $295, or you can make an offer. It's still available for that. Buy it now. Then there was the eBay seller that was modding the Mac clocks with functioning emulated Macs with Raspberry Pis and packaging it for sale. And They want $300 is the buy it now. And those are still available. And then lastly, there was a collection of items that were given out to Apple employees celebrating their 50th anniversary. The poster, 50 Years of Thinking Different, the pin with the number 50, and the t-shirt. That one did not sell at $165.50. It was relisted for buy it now $350, but the bid is starting, and it's one bid in at $100. 2 days to go. All right, let's go to this week. You know how I love Macintosh and Apple signage. This is a unique one from Japan. It's Apple Macintosh rainbow logo vintage signboard Apple 1983. It says in the description, it's not in great condition, but it is rare. It's a rare item from the era when Apple retailers were Canon from 1983 on. We talked about this not that long ago. There was another sign, right, that had Canon as part of it. It says it was used outdoors and fell over in the wind, causing cracks and chips in the plastic parts, as well as dents around the edges. The condition is not good, so please check the photos carefully before purchasing. Does this ship from Japan? Does it have to ship?
Yes, located in Tochigi.
Okay. Well, whatever cost to ship is going to pale in comparison to the asking price, which is $1,130. It doesn't look that bad. At least the face of it's not really damaged. It has the big 6-color Apple logo. It says Apple Computer in Garamond, and below that Canon. And it's like a metal frame around it, a little stand. Probably sits
one side is, so it's double-sided, as in it's got the same thing on both sides.
Yeah.
So you can see one side's got a chip out, the other side looks like it's just got a few cracks. But that metal frame is
little dinged.
Quite dinged.
Cool sign. It doesn't look like it was meant to be filled with a light or anything, but you certainly could. You have to figure out a way to.
Really, I mean, as translucent looking as that white is, it looks like it would ideally be lit from the inside.
Nice sturdy base. Yeah, it's just I don't think it was originally lit because there would be no way to power it. Looks like you just set it outside on a
Post.
sidewalk.
Yeah.
Really
I
cool.
do see it says free shipping.
Oh, okay. So there's still that in there.
With that price, the fact that it's free shipping, I mean, that's...
Yeah. That helps.
That helps, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have an Apple Macintosh PowerBook 100 complete, in box, but non-working. These are kind of cool. Mine's suffering the same issue that you can see in this one here, which is vinegar syndrome, is what they call it. Are you familiar with that term?
No, I am not.
That is. All right, if you look at the picture of the screen,
okay,
you can see it looks almost
there?
like a vignette. So what's happening there is the polarizing layer is delaminating from the actual display part. It is a issue that more and more LCD screens are having. Actually, I was going to talk about it on an upcoming episode in depth, because I'm in the process of restoring a monitor that has an even worse issue than this one here.
So it can be repaired.
We're going to find out.
Oh,
I've got a new polarizing screen on order.
Okay.
If it works, then I've got an Apple display I'll be turning it on. So, but back to this one. So yes, it looks in complete shape. This has got one of the. This is the first model after the portable. So this is an actual laptop versus the luggable. So this still had the trackball, and this one they've got a third-party color trackball in it. They've got a pink or magenta trackball in there. And I do not see, it says complete in box. I wish they showed the box.
They
Do
do.
they show the box? Okay, good.
Oh yeah, the
And,
box
ooh,
is
and it comes
very
it
minty.
comes with the floppy drive, the external floppy drive too, and the power supply. So fantastic.
Yeah, they say immaculate physical condition, but the board will need to be recapped as well. What they're saying. So it's not just the display; it's going to need a little work. But it's
Oh, yeah,
otherwise.
This price.
Oh yeah.
Buy it now. $175.
Or best offer.
Free shipping. They better box this in another box, though, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, look how nice that box is.
It really it
Given its-
does look like it just came off of a shelf in a store, brand new. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very nice. It's got the accessory kit. It's got the power supply. It's got the floppy disks. Yeah, well, this is even not working. This is a steal at $175 or best offer.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's go to the next one then. All right. This one actually is sealed in box, the numeric keypad for the Macintosh. The description says, oh, not much other than it's sealed. The white box, it's got the Picasso like sketch. That
Right.
mimics
Yeah, this is the one that would
Picasso
have
Mac.
gone on the actual original 128 or 512K Mac with the shorter keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it to make it
It lacked a
a
keypad,
real
right?
business computer with so you could use it for calculations, but it's very minty.
Yeah.
You can look at the original. I mean, you can tell that's original shrink wrap. It was that heavier, crackly kind, the thicker
With the seam.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That real prominent seam. You don't see that kind of shrink wrap anymore. It's just in beautiful condition.
I wonder how much these were new.
Good
And if
question.
you adjusted for inflation, it would be about what they're asking for. Which
Yeah.
is
I can't. It seems like it, even with
Pricey,
inflation.
but-
No, there's no way it would have cost. Anyway, well, they want to buy it now $975, or you can
make an offer.
make an offer. We'll have to look it up and maybe report back on what this cost new and see if it at least tells its value. I think. Well, I mean, this hasn't sold yet, so. All right. Well, we'll check in on all of these next week. I said next week, but
Retro Techie is constantly trying to get us to spend our money online.
buy it, fix it, buy it. Yeah. All right. Which one am I buying? Got it.
I have enough that need fixing. I do not need more that need fixing.
Yeah. I'm sitting on heaps of Macs that need fixing.
Yes.
It's like, I'm not gonna be like like these people just takes in every stray cat.
I also have 5 cats, so I don't want to talk about that either.
Yeah, you could buy it for me as a gift. Even better. That idea I can go for.
You can live. You
Better
can
yet-
live with that one, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, after you fix it up, of course, you wouldn't want to give me up.
a broken yeah.
Mac.
Well, come
No,
on, what
that's-
are we talking here?
That would be just mean. Okay, let's talk about Power CD. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the Power CD. We started thinking about this because did you see an eBay listing or an article about the?
I ran across one that was the non-rebranded version and recognized
Philips one?
the form factor of the Philips one, which I did not realize this was a rebranded Philips. So I thought it was something they did themselves, not just something they slapped their name on.
The Philips CDF 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it came out of, so Apple's version came out of the division called Mac-like Things. Did you know that? Mac-like Things?
I've
They had a
only
division.
heard, I've heard
you-
that term before, but
Yeah.
probably from you. So,
No, then I've since forgotten
Well.
it. But the Apple Industrial Design Group had a division called Mac-like Things that was set up just to make consumer devices with the Apple design touch. Items that, like this, didn't even need a computer. It could be standalone. So this functions in that way. It's a CD player. You can hook it up to your computer, right, via SCSI. But if you just want to listen to music, you can hook up speakers to it or your headphones.
Yep.
Or there's that wacky cable. That's yours.
See, I am missing that cable. I do not have the wacky cable.
There's this wacky round cable in the back, and it says, well, it has icons for the video and audio. So that must convert probably into like
Your
RCA
component
video
inputs. Exactly.
for a TV.
Right.
Because if you had a photo CD, Kodak had a photo CD standard, you could play photos on your TV. Talk about a real kind of niche use. But, you know, you
Here's
could use
my
it to
question:
play.
would those have also shown up as photos on the computer if you had it hooked up via?
Probably with the right software.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, you could copy the CD or the photos to your computer because they were just digital photos. You can't make a photo CD. This doesn't burn. It's just a
Right.
player.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have to have got it from somewhere else. Back in '93, there weren't. I don't believe there were. There were few, if any, consumer CD burners where you'd be making your own
Oh, right.
mixed
Absolutely.
CDs or whatever.
Yeah.
That would. So this is just playback, and I'm looking at yours. Well, I could look at it if I zoom in on your screen. It's got the amber display,
Yes.
which is
Yep.
a little different than most
Right.
of the electronics of that era.
Yeah. And I do actually have this hooked up to the Apple Design speakers.
Yeah.
And I've got the, well, we can talk a little bit about that after we finish going through some of the specs, maybe.
Well,
now.
spec-wise, $499 was the selling price, which is like well over $1,000 in today's money. It sold for a couple years and then disappeared. It has this interesting base, right?
Yeah. Do you have the base to show on yours?
Yeah, and it has this little release here, and so you just kind of, I got that right, kind of detach it. Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
And so the base changes. Well, it's got a SCSI connector just on the back of this thing, or is that a
does it
SCSI
have a
connector?
full? It has a multi connector to connect to that base because that base also has the audio.
That's right.
Jacks on it, so it's not just
it's not
the SCSI.
Yeah, so you don't get
Right.
the SCSI until you put this base on here, and you can also set the SCSI ID with the little clickers on
Yep.
there,
Mhm.
selectable, and then the base has also, if you don't want to hook it up to the wall wart here, you can put, what is it, 8 double A's in this thing
A
on the
ton of
side here.
batteries. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently it just burned through batteries like a monster. But so, help me understand
also
this.
Also the voltage on that thing was weird. It was a 10 volt, so it wasn't like a 12 volt or it was a 10 volt adapter. So,
And I mean, so with no power or anything.
what would you use just that for?
Yeah, what does this do?
Right, because let me tell you, if you look on eBay for one of those,
Yeah,
that's all you're going to find, really, unless
just
you want
this?
to spend a couple $1,000s. Is just the top part. I have yet to find one where they also have the base part that actually makes it usable with the Macintosh.
well, usable at all because you can't put batteries or
Right.
hook this to power. So I mean,
Right,
this
right.
thing is just dead weight.
Yeah,
And the weight of, speaking of the weight of all, there's like a lot of, this thing is heavy.
yeah.
There's like a metal chassis in here. I mean, this thing is substantial.
Also, let's talk about the way the CDs load in that thing. It looks like it would be kind of a front loading, similar to like maybe the 20th anniversary Mac. Can you open yours? But
Yeah.
what I'm going to remove myself so we can. I don't know if you.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you can still hear me if you remove me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So instead of like, you actually have to put it in the lid part, and then close it. It doesn't.
What?
Yeah.
No, don't you
otherwise,
just clamp it on the bottom onto the...
Nope.
What?
Nope. You actually have to slide it into the front part of that lid.
Oh, that's right.
Disc
Yes, it's
side
got these
down.
little... It's got these little... I forgot about that. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I've loaded mine, but yeah, it's got these little catches, and so you put it in there,
And it
and
kind
then
of
it
sits there, and then you close
yeah,
it.
and then it
right.
closes it, so it kind of aligns it for you, I guess.
Yeah. Now
Which
I'm
is-
missing. I'm missing a peg on mine, so I had to.
Oh.
I had to kind of hold mine like the way you're holding yours right now to load the disc in that I have in mine. But it is playing. But the weird thing is, and this is probably just because I don't have the proper software installed. But I've got it hooked up via SCSI to my Color Classic. The disc I have in here is the Descent disc because I figured that was perfect because that's got an audio portion of the disc, straight up standard audio, but it also has the data side of the disc at the same time. Even though the system sees it, it does not mount anything.
Oh.
But that may just simply be because I don't have there was software that came with it. It could just be that it's missing a driver.
Yeah.
I'm going to play around with it a little bit more. I do have the speakers hooked up to this, and I was able to play the audio portion of it, no problem. So, yeah.
Cool. And it did also. You can see there's an IR window here on the front. It does.
Yeah,
does
came
have a
with a
remote.
remote.
Did you have yours?
Pretty
remote?
beefy remote. No, I
This
do not.
thing?
Yeah, that's quite the remote for
There's a lot of buttons on this thing.
what should just be a CD player with a few extra capabilities.
Yeah, it's got like programming buttons and skip and insert and shuffle and repeat, and there's a lot of zoom. Oh, you know what it is? It's because it has special buttons down here for if you're going to use the photo CD. So if you're playing photo CDs, there's buttons in here to zoom and rotate and
Oh, interesting.
change to fill the screen and kind of stuff like that. So
That's kind of cool.
yeah. Yeah. So you said you found one new in box for sale
Yes,
in Japan,
yes.
and they wanted what?
Japan for over $5,000. Yeah.
But if you want one with the base, so it's functional.
It was
what are you gonna
very
pay?
hard to
find.
probably, yeah. I found several of, just like you said, just the top part for a couple $100. They're all Oh yeah, that was the other thing. So power supply. I don't have a 10 volt. I did have a 9 volt, and it made the display come on, but it wasn't enough to actually play a CD. I did go ahead and hook a 12 volt up to it, and that's what's been on it, and it worked fine for being able to play the audio CD. So
Good deal. All right. Well, that's kind of it for the Power CD. Weird little gadget that I'm not sure they sold very many of them. But it's kind of a curiosity nonetheless. All right, and it looks like Nunez HR is saying that they have one with a design verification test sticker on it.
oh,
Nice. It's temperamental. It works when it wants. Neat. So what? I wonder if it's besides the sticker. Can you tell anything else that's different from it? Does it have like smooth plastics or a different color LCD screen or anything like that?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna move on to the news. Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1. All right, it is time for the news. Brought Brian Keller's dev blog describes porting Mac OS X to the Nintendo Wii. Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those because you can, not because it's actually useful things. So,
and it says natively, so it's not like it's emulated or something like that. Like it's actually running on the hardware.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the Wii to know.
It's a PowerPC processor in it.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Wow. Huh. So there's a picture here on his GitHub that shows 10.0 running on the Wii. Very cool. So I guess this is an ongoing project, and there's a
He's got a nice write-up over on his. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Who knew you could do that? Very cool. And then over on thetimes.com is an excerpt from David Pogue's Apple at 50 book. And it's an excerpt the day Steve Jobs canceled 70% of its products. During this celebration of 50 years of Apple, there's been a lot of talk about the good times and the cool products and the neat things that happened, but not a lot of talk about the pain that had to be endured to get there. And this was, to read this is such a great excerpt, and it it motivates me to read the rest of the book, which I do have.
I'm assuming this is when he had to come, when he came back as the ICEO, and
yes, it's all about his return and get to brass tacks. Apple was bloated and was going in all different directions. They had the Power CD, and I think the Power CD was gone by then, but they had a lot of I mean, the Newton was the big example they used.
They had the TAM, which was the $10,000 TAM.
Yeah,
right.
So this excerpt is very good because it talks about that period, about kind of the Apple employees were protesting because their products were getting axed, and Jobs finally boiled it all down till he drew the square that showed laptops, a laptop on a desktop for pro and consumer, and that's it. We're throwing everything else out. And it was, gosh, I can't even imagine what it would have been like during that time, but it was all very much necessary, and without it, Apple wouldn't have survived.
Oh, yeah.
So,
right, absolutely.
Yeah.
We all know in retrospect that it was exactly what needed to be done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, let's see. Retrogate.app. Browse the modern web on vintage Macs. I think I saw this was posted as part of Macintosh. And it says a Mac OS proxy server that bridges the gap between classic Mac computers from 1984-2005 and today's internet. It runs on your modern Mac and handles all the heavy lifting, TLS, HTML5, modern image formats, so your old Mac doesn't have to. And there's a manual, and you can download it. And
so I'd seen this done with a Raspberry Pi before, doing this, where it strips all the stuff out and feeds it. But this is nice that you can do it with just on another Mac. I'm definitely going to try this on my SE30 in the house.
I tell you what, the website is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Talking about all the things it does and walking you through it, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just so well done. Just makes you want to try it out.
The coolest thing, I think, is the Wayback Machine mode, where when it's enabled, Retrogate fetches pages from the Internet Archive instead of the live Internet. So you can actually browse
stuff like it was
pages.
Back then.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
Well, this is over at retrogate.app. Okay, and this, I forgot about this. This is April 3rd. This was posted over in the Apple Macintosh Enthusiast by Dick DeVos. It says, yesterday was the first day, it would have been April 2nd, of the brand new Apple Museum in Utrecht, the Netherlands. The history and course of all models are to be seen in real life. Founders Ed Bindels and Luc de Rick even made a reconstruction of the garage in Los Altos in 1977. I'll just show a few pictures here. Let's see if I can. There we go. That is a recreation of the garage, in miniature, right? I think that's miniature. Is that
I would, yeah,
full
it's got to
size?
be, right? No,
It looks like it's miniature
kind of looks like
models.
a miniature.
Yeah. And then there is, I guess, they did their research and found this is like the original VW bus that Steve Jobs sold, and Woz sold his calculator to get the money to start the company. Well, actually, there you can see in the front case there is the calculator, the HP calculator.
Yeah, go to the next photo. It is
Oh.
got a close up.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. And then tells a little story there, and that probably is a legit Apple One. Little hall with all the things, different posters. This is incredible.
Wow.
There's a room kind of showcasing the iMac, also key to the success of the rebounding of Apple, but it shows a various colored Macs in this
Holy
semicircle. I guess
cow.
just stacks of them all lit up and just in various orientations.
Somewhere Jeremy Murley is jealous right now.
There's some older apples, a Lisa, some different displays. There's a thing of apples. It's just, gosh, it looks like a really well thought out museum. I don't know if this is a temporary thing. It will be there for the public, but I guess you could just Google the Apple Museum in the Netherlands and find out. All right, one more thing. I don't remember if we've ever even talked about this. Maybe we did when it first came out. This Steve Jobs archive, Make Something Wonderful, Steve Jobs in his own words. This is a special project, and it's a book showing stories about Steve, unreleased photos, came out, I believe, sometime after he died, and the whole book is sort of in this website. There's a quote from Steve at the beginning, an introduction by his widow, just a really slick website. But at some point, Tim Cook had a book actually made with the contents of that website and distributed to some employees, I guess. And of course, as things do, they wind up getting out there on the secondary markets and available to regular fanatics like me. So I just got one recently when I found out that I didn't have to scroll a website, that I could actually sit, in a chair.
Ah, very nice.
And thumb through this
that
thing.
looks great.
So that I shall do, and I'll report back on the
So
book.
you said that you're saying that was only available on eBay by somebody selling it. It's not actually out available anywhere as a book.
Well, yeah, it's all
their normal channels.
secondary sort of sales.
Got it.
I think you can get on Amazon resellers and whatever, wherever fine secondhand books are sold. All right, that's it for the news. Okay.
Eric
Yes.
saying, wish I hadn't killed HyperCard. I still want Eric on sometime to talk about HyperCard. Eric is a HyperCard genius.
He's hyper about HyperCard.
He is indeed, and I would love to have him on to talk about HyperCards
Okay.
at some point.
All right.
So that's the invitation there, Eric.
All right, let's close this out in 3, 2, 1. All right, that wraps up another episode of the RetroMacCast. We won't be back next week. Have to take the week off. I've got another engagement on Monday, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. I did not add another computer to my inventory. Remember, I went through 4 last week, so
That is true. That is true.
I feel like I gave myself the day off. I do have something to show from the
Oh, yeah.
non-computer category. It's kind of peeking behind me here, but I'll save that for the YouTube audience, which by the way, is here, and you can join us live most Mondays at 7 p.m. Central and participate. Help us diagnose our audio issues and
try to make us
bait
buy
us into
things, right?
It has happened. We have
occasionally.
We've bought a few things
Occasionally.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from you, John?
Nothing. I do
Okay.
think we should
Yes.
talk about vinegar syndrome.
Vinegar
and
syndrome,
that might be a thing to
Is that-
talk about in the future.
but not next episode.
Yeah,
that
well, maybe not yet.
Okay, well, maybe I'll give
we'll
you
see
a-
how my
I'll-
project goes.
Okay, well, then maybe I'll give you a book report on my make something
Fantastic!
wonderful.
Yeah, let's do that. All right,
Okay. All right. Well, until next time, remember, it's not old.
it's retro.
Very nice. I was kind of a little nervous about today because I decided and upgraded to Tahoe.
Was
Said,
it
let's
might
just do
break
it.
something.
Yeah, there's too many curvy lines. Everything's curvy. It's
And it's
disconcerting.
different curves. That's the thing that really
Yeah,
gets me is different things will have different curves on the corners, and that drives me crazy. Yes.
Did I really
Don't
need
like
that
that
in my life?
No, sir. Didn't like it. Nope.
No. There was some place where the curves were. Oh, you know where it is? It's the. I don't like the curves and the little. Well, never mind. We don't need to get into that. All right. All right. This thing behind me. I think I've showed this before, but I'll show it again. Speaking of Apple signage, this sign. I think not too long ago there was this decal was up for sale. And I have the decal, but somebody had matted and framed it. John, you're muted because you removed yourself.
Sorry.
You have to put me in solo mode, and then you don't get muted.
Right, of course.
But
Yes.
it's double matted. It's got this this acetate with the brilliant 6-color Apple logos, and of course the beautiful Mater Tectura font. So very late 70s,
Love it.
early 80s. The red frame matching the red here, the blue. It's just so well presented. Just an excellent example of ancient Apple history from 50 years ago. Something that doesn't hang out on my wall because I don't have any room.
I do have I've done that. I've done a reproduction of that sign before, so I do have the file for that. If anyone is interested, I'll put it up on my DeviantArt website and give you all the link next week.
Nice.
Yes. I don't know if you can see.
There it is. Yeah. So you put and you've got that is actually true. The
two parts.
The two parts. There's a second part to this that
Yeah.
I don't have. And I don't even know where they thought you would apply this or stick it or whatever. Because we once saw an auction that had the whole thing just bare, unmounted or whatever.
Yeah.
It was very pricey. All right. Well, that's your bonus item. And thanks, everybody, for joining here. We got a Retro Tacky asking us, John, are you an attic?
Yep, that's where I am. This is my Mac attic.
Attic.
Yes.
Mac attic. Yes. All right. We'll play a little music and get out of here.
Thanks for listening to the RetroMacCast with James and John. Email listener comments and questions to retromaccast@gmail.com or post comments on our website at www.retromaccast.com.